I genuinely despise how close that was to being the type of loss that I brought up on the podcast earlier, of where you pencil it in to think, yeah, you know what, Tyler McGill's pitching. It's probably because he's not good, and that's why you lose the game. But it was, he pitched so good, and it was so close to being that type of loss where I would have been livid. But what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another post game here on Mets Central, and the Mets win 3-2 over the Toronto Blue Jays. And the Braves lost, so you end up gaining a game here, which is very nice, and it makes it a little more painful that they couldn't win the last game, but it's fine. Either way, yeah, the Mets get the job done, sort of. This was honestly a terrible performance, yet again, by the offense, which we're starting to become accustomed to, and I'm getting very infuriated. Like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I'm all, jumping for joy, doing cartwheels and backflips because they got 3 hits against the Blue Jays, who were doing an opener with some pretty bad pitchers going out there on the mound. But they get the job done, which, sure, but at some point, I need to see somebody step up in this offense, because Lindor, again, he had a game that wasn't that great, but I'm not going to ridicule him because he's been there all year. I am waiting for somebody to show me any sort of semblance of being able to carry this offense, because this right now is just not going to cut it. I mean, the fact that you only recorded 3 hits against this pitching staff is gross. I'm sorry. I'm going to be the villain. I'm going to be the asshole that complains when they won. Sorry, I'm going to do it, because this is a problem. Like, you cannot tell me and convince anyone in this fan base, you can't sell this product come October to the fan base that this is good enough. You just can't. But we're going to talk about the game. Leave a like on the video if you enjoy it. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you're Met fans, and turn on your notifications so you know when I upload or go live on the channel. I mean, I don't know what there is to say about the offense in this game. We'll talk about everything, though. Top of the first, sorry. I almost skipped to the bottom of the first. Lindor strikes out. Vientos gets hit by a pitch. Nimmo hits into a force out, and then he steals a bag. Alonso lines out to end the inning. The bottom of the first is the only inning where Tyler McGill had trouble, and you thought that it was going to be one of those nights for him. He gets the first 2 outs, walks Vlad Guerrero. Horwitz gets a double, Wagner walks, and then he gets out of the jam by getting Kirk to ground out. We go to the second inning where the Mets go down in order. 2 strikeouts there from Martinez and Marte. Bottom of the second, 1-2-3 inning for Tyler McGill. The Blue Jays go to Frias, who sucked, by the way, against the Atlanta Braves, but he gets an easy 1-2-3 inning here. Bottom of the third inning, 1-2-3 inning for Tyler McGill. Top of the fourth inning, Vientos strikes out. Yarbrough comes in, grounds out Nimmo. Alonso with a walk. Iglesias gets hit by a pitch. I combined the words there, you see. JD Martinez, though, with a single to make it 1-0, which was nice to say. And maybe they could build on the rally, but no. Starring Marte grounds out. Bottom of the fourth, another 1-2-3 inning. And 2 strikeouts there as well for Tyler McGill. And I'm watching him start to pump up a bit. Like, he was getting in the 98 territory with that fastball. Listen, I know this Blue Jays lineup is not that great, but like I said on the podcast, if you told me he'd go 5-6 innings, I would have signed up for it. But he was honestly dominant tonight. Like, he was gross tonight. But top of the 5th inning, Bader flies out. Alvarez walks. Lindor strikes out, and then Alvarez gets caught stealing a bag. We go to the bottom of the 5th, where again McGill just brilliant, strikes out the side, touching 98, and just pumping absolute heat. 6th inning, the Mets go down in order, though. Isn't this a theme now, right? Bottom of the 6th, Tyler McGill, again, 1-2-3 inning, gets a strikeout there. At least it made this game go quick. That's really the only upside to all this, because this game was over actually very quick. Like, this was a really quick game. But bottom of the 7th, Danny Young comes in, and this is where I thought the Mets were going to lose this game, because the offense was not performing. Gets Horwitz to ground out. Schneider gets hit by a pitch, and yet again the bullpen hitting batters. Kirk gets a single, and then Clement comes up to pitch hit. They bring Budo in. He allows a single on every single batter he faced. He threw a ball on the first pitch. Then he hits Leo Jimenez. So you walk 2 batters in the same inning. That ties the game at 1. Lukes gets a sac fly to make it 2-1. Springer strikes out. This is, again, the bullpen's going to have blips here and there, but no, please, Danny Young, don't cool off, please. And then Budo, he's been having command issues for a bit now to where I'm not that shocked, and you couldn't really go to anyone else there. I mean, you weren't going to go to Maton. You go to the 8th inning, and the Mets bounce back, sort of, because the Blue Jays end up bringing in Nance, who could not locate for if his life depended on it. Winker walks, and then Tyrone Taylor pinch runs. Alvarez with a single, Lindor walks, and then Eddie Alvarez comes in the pinch run, and the game gets tied at 2 on a wild pitch. Vientos strikes out, a pass ball, brings in another run, 3-2 lead. Nimmo lines out, Lindor with a stolen bag, Alonso strikes out because, again, they couldn't pile it on. Ryan Stanek, which I still have the question. I'm not going to sit here and act like this isn't, because this was a thought that I had in my head, and I tweeted as well during the game. So why is it that Ryan Stanek can't come in when the Mets are up by 4, but he could come in when they're up by 1? I don't understand the logic there, but whatever. All I know is that he got a 1-2-3 inning and struck out the side. Ryan Stanek, welcome to the circle of trust. Welcome in. We've been waiting for you, and I think he has earned that right from this outing because he struck out the Blue Jays' most competitive part of the order, and I think he has now earned the right to join the circle of trust. His stuff looking better, and they were talking about on the broadcast how the Mets pitching lab really worked with him to adjust his mechanics a bit because he was a little too swinging a little too wide with his mechanics, going more towards the third base side, and they adjust that. His delivery is a little more simple, more straightforward to the plate, and now all of a sudden you're seeing the results. Big ups to the cheating lab. But 9th inning, Swanson comes in. Iglesias gets a single. Martinez hits into a double play. And then Marte grounds out, which I'll rant about him in just a second. Diaz, though, comes in, strikes out Schneider. Durbin flies out. Clement singles. And then Jimenez hits one to the warning track, which I think made every Met fan shit themselves besides me because I saw on Twitter already that SNY posted the final score. So I got spoiled, which ruined the emotion, I guess, which sucks. But outside of that, I'm not complaining because I didn't have to lose my damn mind potentially and get terrified. But regardless, the Mets get the job done, sort of, if you want to constitute it as that, because it was really just horrendous pitching that helped them out from Toronto, and then of course the JD Martinez RBI. Something has to give here because I don't know like what is Starling Marte bringing to the table, man? Like, what is it? Because I'm watching this guy ground out or strike out every at bat. I mean, the guy's a rally killer. I don't know what he's doing, but he has no business hitting 7th in this order or anywhere higher than 6th in the order. He has no business even being in the lineup, but unfortunately, you got no choice because what are you going to do? Because this team doesn't want to call up any of their younger guys, and you have nobody else hitting well in your outfield right now. But Marte has just been a rally killer. Nimmo, again, looked uncompetitive in his at-bats. Vientos and Lindor didn't look good at all. But again, it's hard to rip on those guys when they've been the 2 most consistent hitters this season. Pete Alonso, again, lackluster. Just way too many guys still underachieving in this offense, and you're talking about 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position, leaving 4 on. They couldn't capitalize with runners in scoring position. They struggled even to get guys on and in scoring position at times. This offense needs to wake the hell up because I'm telling you, this is 2022 all over again, where they were still scraping out wins, and I was the only jerk-off that was willing to say, they're not going to win this way. This isn't going to be sustainable. They're not going to win this way. It's not sustainable. And then I had people saying, 101 wins, 101 wins, 101 wins. And I said, that doesn't matter. It's a non-point when the offense performs this way. And that's how it feels right now, where I'm going to scream and yell about this crap for the next few weeks. And I'm going to probably have people telling me otherwise because they're winning games. But I'm just warning you that this is not going to fly come playoff time, and something has to give. This is really becoming a problem at this point. Like, we're talking 2 to 4 weeks of a sample size of the offense giving this type of effort. And again, I get the 9-game win streak. I get that they are 10-1 in their last 11. I get it all. Believe me, I get it all. And I'm happy that they're winning games as much as the next guy. But I want to see them start to hit the damn baseball. I really do, especially against teams like the Blue Jays, because how am I expecting you to go to Philadelphia and hit the baseball, you know? But that is going to be it for me. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on your notifications so you know when I upload or go live, and I'll see you guys in the next one.